guys, it's Jack the Air Dragon from Red Dragon Airsoft. Got another review today. You can probably tell it's of the Marushin M2 Carbine. Now this thing is highly anticipated by a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. People really want to see stuff about the M2 and the M1 Garand. So we're going to focus on the M2 today, and the Garand you can look on the other videos, as we have videos of that as well, and then we are also selling that. But for right now, let's focus on the M2. If you want to buy this gun, there's a link right below me in the video information. There's also a link right below me in the video information to RDA's forum, where you can talk about this video. So with that said, let's move on. The box, it kind of looks like a toy box. It makes the gun look cheaper than it really is. But don't fret, it is very high quality. You open it up and you'll get your unjamming rod. It's a little bit larger because this gun doesn't use 6mm BBs, it uses 8mm BBs. So yes, and it also has a cool carrying handle on the box. But move it out of the way, and here's the gun. And yes, this is it. A lot of people don't realize how small the M2 Carbine is. It's very, very light, and it's very controllable, and it's still very, very accurate. That remains true in the Airsoft model as well, as you can see in our accuracy test. So overall, I'm very pleased with the construction of this. It's made out of the actual furnished wood and the steel, and steel, which is nice coming from a Japanese company such as Marushin, who generally will make stuff just out of ABS plastic. Usually, if it comes out of Japan, it will be made out of ABS plastic because of their laws. However, with Marushin, furnished wood and steel. It's pretty awesome. So the parts that are wood, obviously they look wood. So the body here is all wood. It's very, very solid, like I said, and very, very light. And the actual working mechanism is steel. So now again, this uses gas, and it is blowback. As you'll see later in the video, I'll add in kind of a small little slow motion video. But magazine, working mechanism, steel, barrel, sights, trigger, assembly, all of this is steel. So all the working parts are metal, and the body it's in is wood. So that's a nice piece. It does have sling mounts. You can see there's a giant hole in the back here for a sling, and there's a sling mount up front, right in the front here, and it is metal attached to the gun, very solid, so no fret about the sling mounts being a problem. Like I mentioned earlier, this uses the 8mm BBs instead of the 6. So here's the normal. So this is a normal 6, and this is a normal 8. And I'm going to zoom in so you can really see them. Alright, so here we are. This is the difference. This is 6mm, this is 8mm. As you can see, this is a lot bigger. There's a lot more force when you're shooting these. They create quite a bit more pain on the person you're shooting. These are .27 specifically. These are about the lightest 8mm you can get. They feel pretty light because you think they'd be heavier since they are bigger, but you can get higher gram BBs. These are .2s, so kind of irrelevant, but I felt like saying that. Let me show you side by side, just one at a time. I got a bag already open here that I used for the chrono and accuracy test. A large thing right there. Just trying to roll away. Let's grab one of the 6mm. And there you go. There's the difference. They are, again, 8mm. There's a lot more force behind them, and they hurt a lot more than your standard 6. So, if you're on the receiving end of Marushin's M2 or M1, you should be afraid. Alright, so now that I showed you guys that, let's get back on with the actual gun. So, the magazine holds about 17 8mm BBs. And I would recommend getting some more of some bags of these because this gun does shoot full auto, and you'll go through them pretty quick if you're just kind of shooting around. So, again, I would recommend getting maybe about 2-3 of these bags. These are .27 gram 8mm BBs, since I can guarantee you don't already have some 8mm. Since it's so, they're pretty easy to find, but they're a little not standard. So, but the magazine is pretty heavy. This is also where the gas goes. Since this gun is blowback, runs off propane, you can use propane with this. Don't fret about, is it going to break your gun? It'll do no damage to it. Again, BBs just low dart in front, 17, and gas goes in the bottom. There's 2 different gas full valves, and since these are Japanese, when you're filling them up, they will kind of overflow. And now this is so you don't overfill the magazine. This is so it won't harm the gas full valves and all the O-rings inside of the magazine. It's basically, it'll prevent harm. That's basically what they're trying to do. However, I simply see it as nothing but annoying as heck to have these overflow, because that's really all it does. Taiwanese companies don't do this. It never has caused me any problem. I've never had one just randomly explode from being overfilled. You don't have to worry about them being overfilled. But this one just kind of overflows. You can get propane in your hands. It kind of stings. It's overall just a pain in the butt. So I don't know why Japanese companies do this. Maybe Taiwanese are smarter than Japanese companies now, I dare to say. I don't know. It annoys me. But the gun works perfectly fine, so I really shouldn't be complaining that much. Either way, they will do that. And there's 2 gas flow valves on the bottom to fill up. So that's just to let you guys know. That's more or less a nitpick. But gosh, it kind of annoys me. And the magazine clicks into place very nicely in the M2, so don't worry about that. I had to zoom out all the way, it was kind of bugging me. But obviously when you put it in, you will have to cock the gun because it is blowback. And I gotta tell you, this bolt is a pretty heavy bolt. Now it kind of has to be since you're shooting 8mm, so it's a bit larger. I don't know how well the mic is going to pick it up on the camera. It generally doesn't pick it up as well as it should, but this thing sounds really nice because it is steel, and that is completely awesome. Every single time you shoot it, there's no gas in here, otherwise it would shoot. And you can hear it has a pretty heavy trigger as well. But every time you shoot it, the bolt comes back. And also, this gun is full auto. I'll show you that at the end. The full auto selector switch is right here on the front. When it's back towards you, it's on semi. When I push it forward, it's on full. So you can go through this magazine very quick. So the gun is shooting around 330 to 350 feet per second, depending on the temperature. First few shots will be around 400. So with an 8mm, that's really going to hurt. That's using .278 millimeter BBs. That's really going to hurt if you're shooting 350 feet per second with 8mm. And put that on full auto, it's shooting around 800 to 900 rounds a minute. That's fast. Now that's really going to hurt. Multiple spots, multiple times in the same spot, 350 feet per second with 8mm, that's not going to feel good for the person receiving. It'll be entertaining to you if you're shooting the gun though. So good news if you own this gun. So this gun is overall a lot of fun to shoot. Like I said, it is full auto, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. The hop-up unit is a little bit harder to access. It's not as accessible as I would like it, and I'm going to zoom in to show you guys. Alright, so I kind of need to take it back. It's pretty accessible. I just wish it was a little wheel you could turn with your hand. But you need an Allen wrench key. There's a hole right here that you stick it into. I know I'm setting myself up for jokes there, but just a tiny hole, you stick an Allen wrench key in there and you twist it. It's actually very, very nice hop-up. This gun is very accurate. A slight twist can make it turn up, turn down. The hop-up unit works the same as with the 6mm, but it has even more effect on the 8mm. So it's right there, and it is very effective. Now, while I'm zoomed in, I might as well show you the sights. You can see it's a simple ring in front, or ring and back, post in front. It's actually a very effective sights. They're fully adjustable. They're very, very nice. Try to get the bright part of my shirt here. It actually makes it help quite a bit. Didn't even notice till I looked at the camera. But yeah, they're actually pretty nice sights. So sights fully adjustable, left, right, up, down, and the hop-up unit is right there. Now, like I said, the hop-up unit is very, very nice, and this gun is very, very accurate. Kind of hard time saying that for some reason. But you can hit targets with this gun up to about 150 feet away easily. Anything more than that, it starts to become a little less accurate. But 150 feet, This gun can hit it. The BBs go incredibly straight. The hop-up unit is very, very nice in this. It takes full effect of the 8mm BB. So 350 feet per second and great accuracy and about 800, 900 rounds a minute on a warm day. This thing absolutely is performing great. I wasn't too sure of how it would perform because it was an 8mm, a gas blowback 8mm nonetheless. But overall, it's impressed me quite a bit, and I'm very glad. I do not regret getting this in stock in any way whatsoever. The safety is right here. Flip it down, and you can't pull the trigger. It locks it. Flip it up towards you, and you can pull the trigger. So that's what the safety is. I don't think I've turned it on the whole time I've been using it, but that's where it is. Alright, it was such a beautiful day outside, I decided to show you the trademarks on the gun. So there we go. Pull the bolt back. It's right here. There you go. US Carbine, and then it shows the caliber, and it says M2. So pretty cool trademarks. I'll show you the sights. It's a standard post sight. There's nothing too out of the normal here, but they work very, very well. Why change what works? Alright, so as you can see, not too many trademarks, but they are very, very, very cool that they are there. Now I don't think I have anything more to go over. Again, this thing is a lot of fun to shoot. And overall, it works perfectly. You're probably not going to be taking this into games. It's more or less a collector's item. But where can you go wrong with the M2? It's just a classic rifle, and really not much more to say about it. So with that said, that'll be the end of this review, and I'll be clipping in some slow motion right here. So that's been the end of the review. Again, if you want to buy it, link in the video information, and I will see all you guys next video. Which is a good thing. It would take a lot to hurt this. I don't remember where I was.